Who am I? What I'm here for? These are questions that can be explored in order to gain clearer direction to answer what I'm doing with my life. Buenas, me llamo Carlos Samuel Reyes Rodríguez, and I serve as a deacon in Peninsula Delaware, luchando con nuestra gente latina. Discovering identity and purpose is a helpful practice for transformation, even when we are going through obstacles and hardships. Problematic situations are present through our life, and they become crises when we don't see the end of it. Discrimination in the United States, for example, can easily be too long a burden to live under. Witnessing a third of this nation's population, including Christians, vote for a candidate who with xenophobic policies as his platform took a toll on me. I entered into a period of crisis. As a member of the church, I couldn't understand cómo era posible que autodenominados seguidores de Jesús apoyaran esta manifestación de maldad. In the realm of God, immigrants are welcome. They are honored, treated with compassion and love. This evident moral contradiction came because I had expectations of the Church of Christ that did not match with the identity of Christ. The internal predicament pushed me to seek deeply into who am I and what role I play in the here and now. I admit that I was numb prior to 2013 when I started my theological education, and I didn't take seriously the importance of following a disruptive God who frees us from apathy and unjust living. In one word, from sin. Since November 2016, I have let my facial hair grow until the current administration is no longer in office. This has become a permanent reminder of the pain imposed by power holders in this nation. It also has become a learning journey deepening my roots and a personal sign of constant anticipation for change. This is a commitment that redirects my purpose, my call. Invited by God, a God of justice, we are showered in the waters that call us to preach the good news with those who are in poverty, to proclaim release to the captives and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed. This claim, which we remember each time that we partake in Holy Communion, liberates me, surpassing the selfish and nationalistic interpretation of God, while giving me the ultimate identity, God's child. I understand that church has indeed systematically preserved oppressive structures of power throughout history. And I also comprehend now that God is not that church. The realm Jesus builds here on earth is holy even when the institution cooperates with opposing forces by action or omission. When crises come, I believe we need to confront it, to expose false expectations. As painful as it might be, we must face it, admitting that we have been part of a racist structure. Then, we reclaim the identity based on our Creator's voice and distinguish it from the corruptive one. When one voice says that you are illegal, Dios te dice, you are my beloved child. When you hear a voice saying that you are unworthy, Dios te dice, mi gracia es suficiente, and you are made in my image. As we continue overcoming negative life experiences, as we continue overcoming crises, we ought to be attentive to the sound of liberation for you, for all of us, for the entire humanity. El amor, la justicia y la paz de Dios be with you today and always.